Hey guys, this is Ron. I'm just out walking with my friend Rick, and we're just out walking looking at the art fair. And I got to thinking about it. I should tell you guys, how do I make money with Periscope? And Periscope's kind of secondary for me. So like I'm kind of known in town as an internet marketing guy. So people just kind of know me for that, and that's how they refer me, people, and all that kind of stuff. So I've been kind of around the internet for about 20 years, so I kind of have that advantage. And I like the growth hacking concept where you just put it all together and stuff. But without going into too much detail, I mean, basically what I do is, like, I've got a friend I've known for 6 years. I've been kind of working with him for a couple of years, and I just help with leads. I help with Craigslist. I help get a lot of live texts and phone calls, which help out a lot. And I'm now, the secondary thing is I'm adding the Periscope to it because it's a very long-term relationship building type medium. And so I'm going to help him long-term with that. But it took us many, many months to build up the pipeline so that he had so many leads that we could get to the point where he like made money from real estate and stuff. And I can't emphasize enough the whole pipeline, and just like, you got to just, what's called CRM, customer relationship management. It's just, in businesses like real estate and attorneys and anything else where there's like big dollar figures, you just got to build these pipelines for months and months and months and months. And Periscope's just one of those things. So we're now bringing it on secondarily to bring that in. And it's just something I do some real estate Periscopes for that. In addition to that, I have another person I work with, and their main focus is to build traction, just get traction to get live meetings for like the AA community. And knowing that I know marketing, and I've been able to do the other metrics, the views, the likes, the comments, the shares, the Facebook, and got a lot of traction on that. I am very fortunate that I had already split tested and tried so many things for so many years that when I came in to help them with the traction to get the live audience, I was just like, yeah, I really like this challenge, because all the other metrics I've maxed those out. I mean, I've got them to work. So I will tell you from a lot of practice and stuff, what I've run into is the Facebook page is growing very well. They're up to over 20,000 now. I've had posts that get $20,000 in reach per day. I've got that to work really well. I've had so much success with so many metrics on Facebook that it finally dawned on me that Twitter is actually just, and I found this out, I stumbled upon it from using Periscope, is Twitter's just a much more live audience than Facebook is. There's a lot of latency between likes and comments and stuff on Facebook. So when you're trying to get live people onto something, Facebook's very tough. Now they're coming out with mentions now, so that's a little bit different. But so I've been getting a lot of reach on Facebook. I get some people on their live audience. But I've been doing a lot of growth hacking in the last few weeks with this Periscope, and I'm just like, man, you put Twitter together, you put hashtags together, the conversations out there, you put Periscope together, and I get all kinds of people jumping on Periscope. And we got the Twitter following building up. And keep in mind too, the Twitter following they're influencers, so that's totally different. And we just got regular consumers that come into these live meetings, but on Twitter, they're more influencers. It's more B2B. It's more like they follow you and they're very related. So you guys, thanks for all being on here. So what I will tell you is you just have to keep in mind, you really have to have your Twitter connected with Periscope if you even want to consider making money with Periscope. But the trick on Periscope right out of the gate, the other challenge I was running into the first day, I did 4 Periscopes for this other company, and I'm like, God, I can't even get I didn't get one single live person on for 4, but then I go on to my other Periscope and I got 40, 50, 60, 69 people showing up. I'm like, what's going on here? So being that I've been doing this for a long time, I like growth hacking, I do a lot of split tests, A/B split tests. I'm like, I got to try something out here. I'm like, what's working? And so what I did is I came back, and Mark Shaw mentioned the headlines thing. I'm like, let me just try this headline thing again. It's been a big fan of it for years with copywriting. Sure enough, I came on and just did a really good headline, and I had all kinds of people jumping on Periscope, 10, 15, 20. And this is with an account that has 150 Twitter followers that wasn't getting me anybody. So with the hashtags and everything else, there you go. That's exactly what I did. So guys, how do you make money on Periscope? You just got to be really innovative. And I'm just letting you know, I'm using it kind of as a customer relationship tool. It's very secondary. Look up the growth hacking funnel. I'm a really big fan of that. Most people like MLMs and affiliate marketing, they're trying so hard to get people to pay them money right off the bat. I just got a guy on Twitter. Maybe he's on here right now. I'm not sure. He just sent me a thing on Twitter. He's like, oh, thanks for connecting with me. Would you be really interested in an opportunity to make money or something like that? And I'm just like, you guys have all seen it a zillion times. And I'm just like, I don't even know who you are. And we didn't connect. And you sent it on a DM on Twitter. And I don't really do it that way. And then I just basically said, no, because I would have to do what you're doing every single day, which is just hit up people until that eventually works. And it doesn't really work. So what works is what Mark Shaw talks about, is give away all your best information, help people, give all kinds of stuff. Look up the different growth hacking funnels out there. A lot of people's sales funnel are the acquisition, sign up. And what you see a lot of people talk about is they talk about making money, and then they talk about referrals. I'm a big believer in the referrals need to come before the revenue, because that's where you're testing your product, and you need to use the referrals as a metric. So for example, if you guys scroll up on here with an Android, or scroll left to right, you're gonna find, this is the Lake of the Isles area over here, by the way, really close to Lake Calhoun. You're gonna find that when people invite people on here, that means that they like the product, that they think there's value here. They should show other people what's going on and stuff. And that is how you know your product's good, and then that's when you start monetizing it and stuff. But what happens is when people just like jump on here right away, like, oh my God, I got something to sell you, you buy this, buy this, buy this. Well, who wants to invite people to that? You know, there's a cool car coming up here. Who wants to invite people to that? Nobody will. People want value, but they want to give value to their friends, so they invite their friends to things that have value. So if you go look it up, it's about acquisition, it's about acquiring people, it's about getting them to sign up, it's about retention. You got to make sure you can get them to retain every single day and use the product, and then you got to get them to refer people. It's called the viral loop. Got to get them to refer people, and then you got to figure out how to monetize and make a revenue. I did a thing on the CEO/co-founder of Periscope, and this was a video from a couple months ago. He's like 5 to 8 weeks in. I don't remember the exact date. And the people on the broadcast on the news channel are like, how are you guys monetizing this? One of the first questions I get from people all the time. How are you monetizing this? How are you going to make money on this? He's like, we're not even thinking at all about how to monetize this yet. We're just like trying to build a good product and make sure there's what's called an adoption rate. So a bunch of people are using this. And thank you for the hearts. And see, that's what you're doing, is you're looking for hearts. You're looking for the wellness chef. You're testing out, you know, wellness chef, welcome. You know, you're trying to like help other people. You're like giving them shout outs. You're seeing hearts, and you're saying, hey, Cubana Barbie, thank you for the hearts. And you're trying to get people to return. You're trying to get retention. You're trying to you know, help other people out as well, you know. So because you want to retain people, and you want referrals, and you want people to invite people. So that's what you need to figure out way before you start trying to like monetize that stuff. So go Google on images.google.com, go look up growth hacking funnel, and you'll see, I'm going to try to memorize this, but it's basically acquisition. They try to get people to sign up. They try to get retention to sign up every day, just like they do with Facebook and Twitter and stuff. Then they try to get referrals, which is called the viral loop. Facebook learned on the first billion people that they got, they just had to get people to sign up and get 7 friends within 10 days. That was their viral loop. As long as they could figure out and get all the developers to get 7 friends in 10 days, the whole thing just took off. And everyone else just referred everyone else, who referred everyone else. And then the thing just took off. And then guess what? It was free for everybody. So everybody just saying, well, this is great. They got everybody on. Now they have this platform with 1.49 billion people on. And guess what? Now they say we have an audience, so now we can help you advertise to people. So that's how it works. So just keep in mind that you got to hold off for a little bit and think long-term relationships, and then figure out how to improve the product, and then you will get more people on and you can monetize it later. So as you saw, if you check the replay on this, at one time we had 10, 11, 12 people on. I know when I shut this off, there was 30 to 40 people on. I just know that from doing enough of these. I'm close to 500 broadcasts now. But here's what I'll also tell you. Right now, you see this down to 3 to 4 different people. I will tell you, if I shut this off right now and I turn it back on within 30 seconds or a minute, the best thing I can do is create a different headline to reach a completely different audience with some of the same overlap. That's the best advice I can give myself and give you guys right now when you see the numbers starting to come down a little bit, because there's a saturation issue. At some point, the people that wanted to consume this based on this headline have been in here, they've popped out, and they found other stuff to do. And that's just how it is. And so what you do is you just shut this off when it gets down to 3 or 4 people on the right side. and then you just go create another headline and go reach more people. So go try it when you start to die down a little bit. It absolutely works great. You guys scroll up and follow me, scroll left to right and follow me. I really appreciate it. Use the tagtribes hashtag. It's got me about 60 followers in just under 2 days. It absolutely works. For those that have hung on this long, I just gave you the best secret of this whole thing, which is the tagtribes hashtag. Okay? Shout out to everybody, Mark, Sean, everybody else. Catch you guys.